The amber sky of Tatooine burned with fading light as Leia Organa watched another 1,000 of her people fade away. The revered Twi'lek elder stood at the window of the great council chamber, her 4 arms trembling as she pressed them against the crystal wall. Below, the once vibrant cities of her world lay in ruins, their sandstone spires now dark and empty. The plague had struck from nowhere 3 cycles ago. It devoured all life, turning flesh to dust and bone to nothing. The Twi'leks had built their culture on peace and wisdom for centuries. They had never known war, never forged weapons, never harmed another soul. But now, their harmony meant nothing against this invisible death. "Elder, we've lost the southern desert," whispered Spock, her youngest advisor. His green skin had paled from the sickness, and his voice barely reached her ears. "The last outpost fell this morning." "No one answered our calls?" Leia closed her large emerald eyes. When she opened them again, tears like liquid jade ran down her face. "How many are left?" "Perhaps 10,000, maybe less." 10,000. From a population of 8 billion, only 10,000 remained. The plague grew fiercer each day, and their greatest minds could not stop it. They had tried everything they knew, but the Twi'leks had never faced anything like this. Their science was built for creation, not destruction. "The quantum transmitter is ready, Elder," said another voice. This came from Uhura, the chief of communications. She was one of the few who still looked healthy, but Leia could see the fear in her eyes. "We can send the message across the galaxy." Leia turned from the window. The great council chamber had once held 500 members. Now only 12 remained, and half of them were too sick to speak. The great dome above them, which had once shown the stars in all their glory, now displayed only darkness. "Show me the message," she said. Uhura touched a crystal panel, and words appeared in the air before them. The message was simple, written in the common galactic language that all civilizations used for trade and diplomacy. "We are the Twi'leks of Tatooine in the Arcanist system. We are dying. A plague consumes our world and our people. We have tried everything we know, but we cannot stop it. Please, if anyone receives this message, help us. We do not want to die. We do not want our civilization to end. Please, help us." The words hung in the air like a prayer. Leia read them again, then nodded slowly. "Send it. Send it to every star, every world, every ship that might hear us." "Elder," Spock said softly, "what if no one comes? What if they fear the plague will spread to them?" Leia looked at her dying advisor. "Then we will face the end with dignity as we have lived." The massive quantum array beneath the capital city hummed to life, using the last of their power reserves. The message shot out across space, faster than light, reaching toward distant stars and unknown worlds. Far away, in a part of the galaxy that most civilizations avoided, the message found its way to a human ship. Captain Han Solo was drinking his 3rd cup of caf when the communication alert sounded. He sat in the command chair of the Millennium Falcon, a scrappy smuggling vessel that had seen better days. The ship was old, but she was tough, and Solo trusted her more than any of the newer models. "What is it, 3PO?" he called to his communications droid. Protocol droid C-3PO looked up from his console, confusion clear in his golden face. "Sir, we're getting a distress signal, but it's not in any human language, and it's not from any known human colony." Solo set down his caf. "Put it through the translator." The ship's computer worked for a moment, then a voice filled the cockpit. It was alien, but the universal translator made the words clear. The message was simple and desperate. "We are the Twi'leks of Tatooine in the Arcanist system. We are dying. A plague consumes our world and our people. We have tried everything we know, but we cannot stop it. Please, if anyone receives this message, help us. We do not want to die. We do not want our civilization to end. Please help us." The cockpit fell silent. Solo looked around at his crew. Ellen Ripley, his science officer, was staring at her screen with wide eyes. Lando Calrissian, his chief engineer, had stopped working on his repairs. Even the normally noisy cockpit seemed to hold its breath. "Sir," C-3PO said quietly, "the signal is coming from the Arcanis system. That's 3 days away at maximum hyperdrive." Solo stood up. He was a lean man with dark hair and scars from the Hutt Wars. He had seen plenty of death and destruction in his 40 years, but something about this message got to him. Maybe it was the simple honesty of it. Maybe it was the fact that these aliens were asking for help instead of demanding it. "What do we know about the Arcanis system?" he asked. Ripley checked her database. "Not much, sir. It's marked as unexplored by human ships, but there are some old scan reports from long-range probes. One planet in the habitable zone. Signs of advanced civilization. The reports are 50 years old, though. Any warnings? Any reason to stay away?" "No, sir. Just it's far from human space. If we go there, we'll be on our own." Solo walked to the main view screen and stared out at the stars. The Rebel Alliance had given him orders to scout the Outer Rim, looking for new trade routes and safe havens. They had not told him to answer alien distress calls. In fact, they probably would not want him to. But Han Solo had not joined the Alliance to follow safe orders. He had joined to fight, to help, to make the galaxy a better place. And right now, somewhere out there, people were dying. "Calrissian," he called to his engineer. "How's our hyperdrive?" "Ready when you are, Captain. We've got fuel for 6 jumps, maybe 7 if we push it." Solo nodded. "3PO, send a message to Alliance Command. Tell them we received an alien distress call and we're responding. Tell them we'll report back when we can." "Sir," Ripley said carefully, "we don't know anything about these aliens. We don't know if it's safe. We don't even know if the message is real." Solo looked at her. "Ripley, if you were dying and you sent out a call for help, would you want someone to come?" Ripley nodded slowly. "Yes, sir." "Then that's what we're going to do." Solo sat back down in his command chair. "All hands, prepare for jump. We're going to Tatooine." As the Falcon powered up its hyperdrive, none of the crew knew they were about to change the galaxy forever. They only knew that somewhere in the darkness, someone needed help. And humans, Han Solo had learned long ago, did not abandon people in need. The Falcon dropped out of hyperspace with a shudder that ran through the whole ship. Captain Han Solo gripped his command chair as the stars stopped spinning and became steady points of light. But what he saw on the main view screen made his blood run cold. The Arcanis system was not empty. "30 sleek black ships surrounded the dying planet of Tatooine like vultures around a corpse. The vessels were long and sharp, with weapons that glowed red in the darkness. Solo had never seen ships like these before, but he knew trouble when he saw it. "Ripley, what are we looking at?" he asked his science officer. Lieutenant Ellen Ripley worked quickly at her station, her fingers dancing over the controls. "Unknown ship design, sir, but the energy readings are off the charts. Those are military vessels, heavily armed, and, sir, they're scanning the planet below." Solo studied the alien ships. They moved in perfect formation, like a pack of hunters. Something about their behavior bothered him. They were not trying to help the dying world below. They were watching it die. "3PO, any response to our arrival?" Communications droid C-3PO shook his head. "Nothing yet, sir, but I'm picking up transmissions between the alien ships. The computer is trying to translate." Lando Calrissian, the chief engineer, looked up from his console. "Captain, I'm reading some kind of energy weapon discharge. It's coming from those ships and hitting the planet's surface." Solo felt anger building in his chest. Are you telling me those ships are attacking the planet?
The energy pattern matches the plague readings we detected.
Ellen Ripley's face went pale. Captain, I think I understand what's happening. Those ships aren't here to help. They're the ones causing the plague. This isn't a natural disaster. It's murder. The cockpit fell silent except for the hum of the ship's engines. Solo stared at the black ships on the screen. He had seen evil before, but this was something else. These aliens were slowly killing an entire civilization and watching them die. Sir, C-3PO said suddenly, we're being hailed, on screen. The main display changed to show an alien face. The creature had grey skin, small black eyes, and a mouthful of sharp teeth. When it spoke, the universal translator made its words clear, but the voice was cold and harsh. Unknown vessel, you are in Sith space. Identify yourself and state your business. Solo stood up slowly. This is Captain Han Solo of the human vessel Millennium Falcon. We received a distress call from this system. We're here to help. The alien's eyes narrowed. Help is not required. The planet below is infected with a plague. We are here to make sure it does not spread. You will leave immediately. And if we refuse? The alien smiled, showing all of its sharp teeth. Then you will share their fate. I am Admiral Maul of the Sith Empire. We have 30 ships. You have 1. Leave now or be destroyed. Solo looked around at his crew. Ripley was analyzing the alien plague. Calrissian was checking their weapons. C-3PO was recording everything. None of them looked afraid. They all looked angry. Admiral Maul, Solo said calmly, we humans have a saying. We don't abandon people in need. We're going to help those people down there, whether you like it or not. The alien admiral laughed. Humans, I have heard of your species, young, foolish, and weak. You think you can fight the Sith Empire? You will learn better. The transmission ended. Solo sat back down and activated the ship's internal communication system. All hands, this is the captain. We found the source of the plague killing the people below. It's not natural. Those 30 ships out there are slowly murdering an entire civilization. I know we're outnumbered. I know this isn't our fight, but I'm not going to sit here and watch genocide happen. Anyone who wants to leave can take the shuttle and head for human space. No one will think less of you. He waited. No one moved. No one spoke. Then Lando Calrissian stood up. Captain, with respect. Where the hell would we go? Those bastards are killing innocent people. We're staying. One by one, the rest of the crew nodded. Ellen Ripley was already working on a cure for the plague. C-3PO was trying to All right then. Lando, get our weapons online. Ripley, how long until you can synthesize a cure for that plague? I'm not sure, sir. This is unlike anything I've ever seen, but I think I can adapt our medical supplies. Human biology is weird compared to most species. We might be immune to whatever they're using. Do it. 3PO, try to reach the planet. Let them know help is coming. C-3PO worked at his console, then looked up with excitement. Sir, I'm getting a response. It's weak. But someone down there is still alive. The main screen flickered, and a new face appeared. This one was clearly not human, but it was also clearly not evil. The creature had blue skin, large emerald eyes, and an expression of desperate hope. This is Elder Leia of the Twi'leks. Are you here to help us? Solo smiled. Yes, ma'am, we're here to help. My name is Captain Han Solo. We're humans, and we got your message. Tears ran down the alien's face. Thank you. Thank you so much. But you must be careful. The Sith ships have been killing us slowly. They want our world, but they want us dead first. How many of you are left? Perhaps 8,000. We are hiding in the deep shelters, but the plague finds us everywhere. We do not have much time. Solo nodded. Hold on. We're coming to get you. The transmission ended just as alarms started blaring throughout the ship. Calrissian looked up from his console with a grim expression. Captain, the Sith ships are moving. They're forming an attack formation. Solo activated the ship's combat systems. The Falcon was not a warship, but she had teeth. All hands, battle stations. Ripley, how long do you need for that cure? At least 2 hours, sir. Then we hold them off for 2 hours. Solo looked at the 30 enemy ships surrounding them. 3PO, open a channel to the Sith Admiral. The grey face appeared on screen again, still smiling its cruel smile. Have you decided to leave, human? Actually, Admiral, I've got a message for you and your whole empire. We don't care how many ships you have. We don't care how powerful you think you are. You're killing innocent people, and that makes you our enemy. So, here's what's going to happen. You're going to stop attacking that planet, or we're going to stop you. The alien admiral laughed again. 1 ship against 30? You're insane. Solo smiled back. Admiral, you're about to learn something about humans. We're all a little insane, and we're very good at fighting. The first Sith ship opened fire. Energy beams lanced through space toward the Falcon. Solo gripped his chair as the ship shook under the impact. Return fire, he ordered. The battle for Tatooine had begun. The Falcon shook as enemy fire hit her shields. Captain Han Solo held tight to his chair while sparks flew. Through the main view screen, he could see 3 Sith ships closing in, their weapons charging for another attack. Shields at 60%, called out Lando Calrissian from his engineering station, but I can give you more power to weapons if you need it. Solo nodded. Do it. Ripley, how much time do you need? Dr. Ellen Ripley was working frantically at her science station, her hands moving over samples and equipment. 90 minutes, sir. Maybe less, if I can figure out how their plague works. 90 minutes. Solo had to keep 30 enemy ships busy for 90 minutes with just 1 ship. Most people would call that impossible. Solo called it Tuesday. 3PO, patch me through to the whole fleet, he ordered. The communications droid looked confused. Sir, we don't have a fleet. Solo smiled grimly. We do now. Open a channel to all Sith ships. The face of Admiral Maul appeared on screen, looking annoyed. Behind him, Solo could see the bridge of his ship filled with grey-skinned aliens preparing for battle. What do you want, human? Ready to surrender? Actually, Admiral, I wanted to give you one last chance. But pull back your ships, stop the plague, and we can all go home. Keep fighting, and you're going to learn why humans are so good at war. The alien admiral laughed. You have 1 ship. We have 30. What can you possibly do? Solo's smile got wider. You're about to find out, Chewie. You ready? Chewbacca, the security chief, stepped forward. He was a massive Wookiee, with fur like a forest and scars from a dozen fights. Ready, Captain? Good. Take your team and get ready for boarding action. Admiral Maul stopped laughing. Boarding action? You cannot be serious. Dead serious, Admiral. See, you made one mistake. You think this is about numbers. 30 ships against 1. But you're wrong. This is about what we're fighting for. You're fighting to kill innocent people. We're fighting to save them. And humans fight a lot harder when we're protecting someone else. Solo cut the transmission and turned to his crew. Lando, give me everything the engines have. 3PO, jam their communications. I want them confused and isolated. Ripley, keep working on that cure. Chewie, you and your team get ready to visit our new friends. The Falcons suddenly accelerated, diving toward the enemy formation like a missile. The Sith ships tried to track her, but Solo was flying like a man possessed, spinning and diving between enemy fire. He had learned to fly in the Hutt Wars, where a slow pilot was a dead pilot. Target their lead ship, Solo ordered. All weapons, full power. The Falcon's guns spoke. Beams of pure energy lanced out, striking the nearest Sith vessel. The alien ship's shields flared and died. Before the enemy could react, Solo spun his ship around and hit them again. The remaining Sith ships moved to surround the human vessel, but Solo was already gone, diving toward another target. This time, though, the aliens were ready. Multiple ships fired at once, and the Falcon took heavy damage. Shields failing, Calrissian called out, "Hull breach on Deck 3. Seal it off. Chewie, now's your chance." Chewbacca and his security team were already in the airlocks, wearing full combat armor. As the Falcon swooped close to another Sith ship, Chewbacca used the ship's emergency docking system to attach to the enemy vessel's hull. Cutting through now, Chewbacca roared over the comm. What happened next would become legend throughout the galaxy. Chewbacca and his team burst through the hull of the Sith ship like an unstoppable force. The aliens had never fought humans before. They had never seen anything like human combat tactics. Humans, it turned out, were very good at fighting in small spaces. They were fast, strong, and absolutely ruthless when protecting others. The Sith soldiers, used to fighting passive species, were overwhelmed in minutes. "Bridge secured," Chewbacca reported. "These guys really don't know how to fight." Solo grinned. "Can you fly that thing?" "Working on it now. Their controls are weird, but I think I've got it." Suddenly, the captured Sith ship opened fire on its own fleet. The aliens were so surprised that 2 more ships were destroyed before they realized what was happening. Admiral Maul's voice crackled over the communication system. "What have you done? How did you take one of our ships?" "Like I told you, Admiral, humans are good at war, but we're not done yet." Solo swung the Falcon toward another group of enemy ships. This time, he tried something different. Instead of fighting them directly, he led them on a chase through the asteroid field at the edge of the system. The Sith ships followed, thinking they had him trapped. They were wrong. Solo knew how to use the asteroids as weapons. He would fly close to a large rock, then suddenly turn away. The pursuing Sith ships, going too fast to stop, would crash into the asteroids and explode. 3 more enemy ships died this way. Meanwhile, Dr. Ripley was making progress on the cure. "Captain, I think I've got it."